Hi, welcome to Simple Things Podcast. I am Kali Cousins. If you are a returning visitor and fan, please thank you for being here. If you are just meeting us for the first time, I encourage you. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuffs happen here. Just click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, give us a thumbs up, and then share these premium stuffs with your friends, families, and foes. Of course, if the world is a better place, nobody will come with a gun on your head tomorrow. If your enemies are rich, they won't disturb you, they won't envy you. Okay, but that's on a jocular mode. So let's get down to business. I want to discuss with you where ideas reside, where ideas reside, and how to use those ideas to build wealth for yourself and become rich and also remain rich. Become rich and remain rich. It is my view that the God who made you has given you every beautiful thing for your greatness, for your enjoyment, as far as they are for right enjoyment. God wishes that for you. I am a father, so sometimes I look at my kids and I wonder if I love them enough not to want them to suffer. How will God in heaven always want us to suffer? That is something that is not very okay with me. In fact, I don't like to believe it because I believe I love my children and I want them to actually prosper. God wouldn't want less for me because He is not even man. Now, there are times I flog my children when they do the wrong thing. I want them to do the right thing. So if for instance there are things that are wrong in your life and you think it's a chastisement of God, why don't you just look at it and turn a new leaf? Why don't you learn? That is what we always say. Anytime you postpone your learning, you are postponing your suffering. Why? Because for every single problem on earth, there is a solution. God has given solution for all of them. So it's your problem if you can't find the solution. And that's one of the reasons Simple Things podcast or broadcast is brought to you from this channel. Okay? Now, let's talk about 10 familiar places ideas come from. But before then, in fact, it's very important we say that the major reason people are not successful is because they don't have the right ideas. The major reason people are not successful is because they don't have the right ideas. God has given us everything at the price of idea and effort. God has given us everything at the price of ideas and effort. And I repeat for the third time, God has given us everything at the price of ideas and effort. It seems that the only major way God blesses anybody is through ideas in the person's mind or in another person's mind. The only major way God blesses everybody and anybody is through ideas in your mind or ideas in other people's mind. I'm able to reach you because I'm using the software, I'm using the camera, I'm using the light, I'm using the phone, I'm using the laptops, I'm using the desktops, I'm using quite a lot of tools are here that is making it easy for me to reach you. The internet, the broadcasting platforms, and all those. If God never put those ideas in the mind of people, I won't be able to reach you. So whenever God wants to bless you, He gives you an idea or He gives others ideas. God doesn't throw money from heaven, and it's good you come to terms with that. He doesn't throw money down from heaven. And it is my belief that God doesn't give miracle alerts. In other words, if God gives me a miracle alert, gives you a miracle alert, give your neighbor a miracle alert, and who will bring goods to the market? Yes, if your neighbor is selling gari and I'm selling soup, condiments, and another person is selling taxi staff services, another person is selling, all kinds. Who will now bring those to the market, it means that because I have Miracle Alert, I will be at home wanting to buy something. You also have Miracle Alert. You'll be at home. So if everybody has a Miracle Alert, nobody will bring anything to the market for sales. And before you know it, God would have destroyed his earth, albeit inadvertently. So that is why I don't like those gospels. I don't think they are right. Okay, but that's not our discussion. Let's talk about where ideas come from and how you can tap into them, become rich, and remain rich. Okay, so there's a truism I want to introduce you to. Most times, what we are searching for in faraway land is just publicly beside us unnoticed. That is why illumination and recognition are keys for creating wealth and remaining wealthy. A lot of the things that will make you wealthy, they're just beside you there, but you are looking for something bigger, something better, something. There's a software I started using. It has changed everything for me, and I've known this software for more than 15 years, but I've never been interested in checking it out. Every time I open it, it looks complex, and I go to the ones I'm familiar with and all those. And those ones that had limitation, but they were simple for me. And for more than maybe 10, 15 years, I've not used, but I just started using it and it changed everything for me. It made it easier for me to do everything I want to do very fast and very easy, simply because I'm able to put in the work. God has put in this blessing in people's heart maybe more than 20, 30 years ago, but I've been so lazy to look at it. So the idea that will make you wealthy and make you remain wealthy, that idea is just around you, but you are not willing to put in the work. You are not willing to do the things that you need to do. Very much like me, I wasn't willing to just put in just like an hour, check through this software. I was very, 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 very happy with the familiar. My comfort zone kept me for that long. I want to encourage you. Don't always love your comfort zone. Yes, there are times you don't want to disturb yourself. Maybe your health is not looking strong or something is happening that you don't like around your life. Maybe your family is slipping away from your hands. You remain in the comfort zone. You don't want to push too much so that you can get these things done. Okay? But you see, don't always remain there forever. Now, let's look at number one place, number one way, number one, avenue, number one residence of ideas, familiar ideas, 10 familiar places, ideas that will make you rich and make you remain rich are residing. So, number one, your local community's needs and wants. Look at your local community. What is in demand that is not adequately supplied or not supplied at all? What is in demand that is not adequately supplied or not supplied at all? What are the areas of poor services and or delays around the things people need around your areas? What do people complain so much about? Oh, this woman's food is nice, but she wastes a lot of time. This man's services are good, but he's very proud. These guys, this one is this one, but this guy, he comes out late every day, but his akara is the best, and all those kind of things. Can you walk around it? They say, oh, this is so nice, but it's too costly. Can you just walk around it? They said, oh, there is a class gap. It's only for the rich or only for the poor. Can you play? If it's only for the rich, can you help the poor access it? If it's only for the poor and the rich like it, can you help the rich access it? These are the ways to walk around it. Number one, your local community's needs and your local community's wants. What are the things you want even yourself? Have you solved it for yourself? Do you see other people who want it? Can you help them do it? Okay. Number two, your experience and passion. Your experience and passion, or your experiences and passions. What have you passed through, good or bad, that you don't want other people to pass through? I have passed through ignorance. I have passed through poverty. I have passed through depression. I have passed through quite a lot. I've passed through rejection. I don't want people to pass through that. That is why I've dedicated my life. How can I educate people to understand that they are more than enough? They can be as wealthy as they want, as great as they want, if they can only look inside and look inward. How can I just do that? That is why I've dedicated my life to just go around the world, teach people. How can you not know that what is inside of you is so powerful and bigger than what is outside of you? How can you not understand that the God who made you cannot even save you without you? How can you not understand that God is rooting for you? He is not interested that you suffer and continue to suffer. If you ever suffer, it is because of ignorance. If you can correct the ignorance, God is not interested in holding you down. How can you not understand that the more you learn, the more you earn? These are problems that I've passed through. These are my own personal experiences. Having solved them, I'm looking for how can I help others solve the same problem for themselves. And that's what I do. What are your passions? I love to read. I love to learn. I love to encourage people. Yes, those are my own personal passion. I love to discover things. I love to solve problems. I love to solve conflicts. I love to learn new things. Yeah, those are my passion. And I've productized it. What are your passions? What frustrates you in the society? You look into the society, you find out that, but this can be done. Why is nobody doing something about it? Those are the places your ideas can come from. Check it around. You look around and you see death everywhere. You look around and you see poverty everywhere. You look around and you see ignorance everywhere. You look around, you see cowardice everywhere. You look around, you see lack of education, proper education everywhere. You look around, you see mediocrity. You look, and then it makes you angry. It frustrates you and all those. Those are the things God has called you here to do. And that's where to get your ideas. What excites you? What makes you happy? You are doing it and you are very happy. I love teaching. I love reading. I love studying. I love checking out new ideas. I love solving problems. I love things that are naughty and then I can untie the knot and all those. Those are very important for you to discover your ideas, your experiences, and what you are called to do. What excites you? What do you have faith in? I have faith in human intelligence. I always tell people around me, my workers, my family, I said the human brain can solve any problem on earth. The human mind can solve any problem on earth. The human mind can solve it. Yeah, I tell them. So I have faith in the human mind. I have faith in God. I have faith in the universe. I have faith, yes, that things can be right. I have faith that nobody is supposed to suffer. I have faith that you can be poor if you choose to. I have faith that you can be rich if you choose to. I have faith in the power of choice. I have faith that God is not interested in your suffering. Yes. What do you have faith? Those are how your ideas can come. Now, number 3, think of how you can change humanity. Most times, if you think only of where you can make money from, you may not be able to carry on some tasks and later monetize them. Always think, most times, how can I change humanity? Money is what comes as a reward for your interest in solving problems, changing humanity, and making things better. How can you make it faster, better, easier, cheaper? How can you make it funnier, more comfortable, and all those? Think of how you can change humanity. How can you make people happier? Those are the ways you can change humanity. And then people can reward you and say, because you've done this for humanity, we are rewarding you and we want you to go ahead doing it for us, guy. Go ahead doing it. People can reward you. They can reward you for doing that. Yeah? So what ideas do you have that can change humanity in spite of gain? What ideas you have that can change humanity in spite of you making gain from them? Think non-profit and monetize later. There were times God will put it in your mind, in your heart. Just do this for humanity. Do that. Along the line of doing it, you're going to see how every other thing, other things will come into helping you. All the provisions will come. Okay? Think non-profit and monetize that. Think platform, think service, think product. These are the three things you can use to actually, you know, monetize what you want to do. You can sell products, you can sell services, you can sell platform. If you check through, you can see some other videos where I've talked about some of those, and then you can listen to them. So think of how you can change humanity. That's one of the 10 familiar places that ideas that will make you rich and cause you to remain rich are hiding. Number 4, government regulations or fiscal policies or monetary policies are the places your wealth are hiding. Every time there are new government policies and regulations, those policies and regulations create new challenges, they create new opportunities. Now, always ask, how can I be part of this government project or policy? Or how can I help people solve problems around these? Or how can I leverage this? If you watch news, and I encourage you to only watch ideas on TV. Don't ever watch TV. Watch ideas on the internet. Don't ever just go there and keep watching and binging on them. Watch only ideas. So immediately you are able to understand, yeah, how, understand how these government policies are going to affect businesses positively and negatively. Then you position yourself, create solutions for the negative, and create, you know, capacity for the positive. Yeah. For the negative, you create all the solutions, sell it to people, make you money. But for the positive, create capacity to leverage that positive. A lot of people, government is putting out policies there. They just hate government. But somebody would say God is government of the day. In other words, whatever God wants to do for you, He's going to use government to do it. You are not going to just go, build roads that will connect one city to the other. Government will not allow you. If government decide not to build it, there's nothing you can do about it. So most times you are going to be interested, and don't always pray for the government of your country to fail. Pray that they'll succeed, then hold them accountable, then criticize them, then offer solution, then call them out, then do your own part, then go out there too and contest. Yeah. So don't just say, I hate government, I don't like politics, and then you are there. Your children, your children's children, your children's children, they will come and still meet it. The way your fathers and great grandfathers and great great grandfathers left the mess for us today, then we are also leaving the mess for our children. Yes? So you have to be interested in what government is doing. But that's not our discussion. The discussion is that government regulations, government fiscal policies, government monetary policies, government activities, they always, they always show you where the future is going, where the opportunities are, how the pains that are coming, the gains that are imminent, and then if you are able to build capacity and build solutions, you are going to actually be as rich as you want and remain as rich as you want, as far as you are nimble, agile, and always watching out for this. So watch ideas on television, watch ideas on internet, not television, not internet. Don't watch television, watch ideas on television. Don't watch internet, watch ideas on the internet, like on internet platforms. Okay, so the next one, number 5, is global and local events or disasters. So every occurrence or event, whether positive or negative, they create a new situation needing new solutions. Whether it is FIFA World Cup, whether it is the African Cup of Nations, whether it is Olympic, whether it is COVID, whether it is war in Iran or Iraq or war in the Middle East or in Ukraine or in anywhere in Africa, whether it is coup, whatever it is, they are creating things. The war in Ukraine created so much problem around grain in the whole world. The prices of grain went up because Ukraine was one of the biggest suppliers of grain. So don't neglect what they fed. Don't just be watching and say, they are fighting here. They are doing here. The farmers and the headers are fighting. You know, every single event, global and local, they have their monetary, physical implications. They have all kinds of implications, social implications. They have health implications. All those. Be able. They have even implications for your competitors and your industry. Don't just be looking. These are ways to actually be powerful in what you're doing. Okay. Always ask the question, how can you be part of it with the solutions you offer or you are about to create? Don't forget to ask those questions. They are very important. Yeah. Then number 6, advancement in technology and new trends. Advancement in technology and new trends are the things that will destroy your industry or your business. A lot of people are not even interested in knowing anything about AI. For them, what is this thing? Yeah, they just see the negative out of it. What new technology and trend can you leverage? How can you modify existing products to meet new trends? We have the Gen Z, the Gen Alpha, the Gen S, the Gen everything. They are the people who are having money right now. As they are growing, they are the people who are starting jobs. There are people on the internet. There are the people who are doing softwares, and there are the people who are doing infrastructure as a service, software as a service. There are the people who are building a lot of IT tools. There are people who are in aviation, and they are taking over. Yes, as we are going, they're also taking over. The point is, what interests them? What do they want? Where are they? Where can you see them? Where can you catch them? This is something you don't just wish away. How can you modify your existing products to meet their needs? What is happening in adjacent industry around yours? What is technology doing there? Sometimes what is happening in another industry will come and destroy your own industry. Don't be a mugu. Don't be so complacent. Be somebody who is nimble, agile, always not complacent, always want to know, very dynamic. Okay, yeah, you need to understand that. Now, the next thing, number 7, places where ideas are residing, familiar places where your ideas are residing. Number 7, new markets and change in social behavior or tests. When new markets are created, when there are change in social behavior, when there are change in tests, you need to take note of them. What new markets are emerging around you? Look around, you're going to see new markets emerging in technology, rather imagine in entertainment, imagine in technology, imagine on the intercourse between technology and entertainment. And you see, a lot of people don't want physical classes again. People want, virtual classes. Even if it's live, let it be virtual. I can do it from anywhere I am, but let it be live interactive sessions. I can ask my question. I can unmute myself. I can ask you a question. I can challenge you. I can put in my emoji. I can, yes, find out what new markets can your solution serve. What new markets that are opening up can your solution, how can you tweak and amend it? Yes, so that you can serve those places. What are the possible adjacents to your business? What are the possible adjacents to your business? Now, in other words, what are the other things that your business can leverage on? I always give a very local information. For instance, if you are making tea, you are messiah, you make tea for people to come and drink. Yeah, what can they also want? They may want, you know, to buy the tea themselves and go home and make it. May want moi for the tea. They may want akara. They may want snacks. They may want fish roll and meat pie and all those kind of things. They will want sugar. They may want, they may want black and blue and green tea and purple tea and all those. So don't just close your ears around what they may want. Yeah, find out what are the other things you can add to that business that is not derailing you from your core, but is supporting you. Okay, always find out. Follow the test. Don't insist. This is how we do it. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they. No, follow the test. The test is the main thing. It's not about you. It's about the test. Okay, always follow the test. Yeah, number 8, where ideas reside, familiar places. Look at business areas and find out which one can you backwardly integrate to. Can you do backward integration for? Can you do horizontal or vertical integration, or upward and downward, or forward and backward integration? What can you do around them? Now, if you're in raw materials, can you start processing? If you're in processing, can you start packaging and branding at the same time? If you're in packaging and branding, can you also add marketing and sales? Yeah, so these are all the business areas, or what you may call value chain. Raw materials, where are you playing? Processing, packaging and branding, what can you add up? Marketing and sales, distribution and logistics, research and consulting, education and training, standardization and regulation, and the list can go on and on. You can add yours. The point is that you must understand these things and be able to know how to go and walk around them. Because of our time, I've done 27 minutes already. Let's talk about number 9. Check competitors. One of the ways to generate ideas is to check what competitors are doing. Wherever you are going, that's where they want to go. Wherever you've been, they want to be there. Wherever they are going, that's where you want to go. Wherever they've been, you want to be there. We're not saying you must be a copycat. That's what I call CMD. CMD. I call it copy, modify, and deploy. Copy, modify, and deploy. CMD. So you can copy what they're doing, you modify before you deploy. Look at what your competitors are doing. Competitors always do what you want to do. In school, copying is no, but in life, you must CMD. You must copy, you must modify, and you must deploy. Reinventing the wheel is not very, very necessary. Why? Because we don't have eternity to live here. If people have done it and it's working, why waste your time trying to reinvent the wheel? Guy, follow what they've done and then it works for you. Okay? So, number 10, idea transplant. That is another place your ideas that will make you rich and cause you to remain rich are hiding. Check other climes and discover new innovations. When you're watching CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC, when you're watching Arise TV, when you're watching, channels on AIT, and you're watching, even foreign movies, try to see what did they do that you can transplant? What is that thing that is not there? When you travel the world like you always do, find out what they are doing in those places, and then you are able to transplant them to your climb. Yeah, check out that client and discover new innovations. Ask how you can bring it into your country, into your city, into your state, into your company. Research to find out if there will be market for it for you. When you see those things happening there, a lot of people who are rich here, they just transplanted an idea from abroad before anybody could say jack. They've made so much worth. Even when people started coming, they cannot compete with them. Transplant the idea to this place and then walk around. It can even be you transferring the idea from your local community, or from one. You can transplant an idea from entertainment into training. You can transfer an idea from training into entertainment. A friend was telling me how she wanted to take people to a particular place in the world for sightseeing. I said, you can add training to them because a lot of people may not just because they go there anyways. People who can afford traveling for holiday, they can also afford it on their own, and they've been doing that. So, can you add like training to that as a side or an aside so that when people come every morning, maybe 7 a.m. to 10, 7 a.m. to 8, 7 a.m. to 1 hour, there's a powerful training, business management, idea generation, reprogramming your mind, subconscious mind, thinking on how to think and grow rich, psychology of innovation, epistemology of marriage, this one, that one, you put them all in there. So people who would have not have gone just because it is just fun, they can now go because they just want to, just be cool with what you are doing. And they will learn what they are playing, they are going to pray to. While they are playing, they are going to do something beautiful. Yeah. I want to appreciate you for listening in. Simple Things Broadcast, success algorithms, where we give you premium stuffs for you to go and succeed. We want you to become rich and remain rich. That's what we want for you and build wealth, intergenerational wealth. I'm gonna see you next in the next video. Remember, let's stay celebrated. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do click the thumb up button, click notification, subscribe, follow wherever you see, and then share with your friends so that they can get the premium stuff you are getting. Appreciate you for listening in. Remember, only doers go to the bank, and only people who take action make money. Go out there, succeed. The world is your cathedral. See you soon.